how to create a wavy design such as this in Photoshop 221 or 220, 219. Go up to a layer and a new layer, click OK, and then create an elliptical selection. So I'm just quickly going to go over here and just create a selection. I'm going to fill that with a gradient. So go to the gradient tool, go up to here, and you can click on there and get the gradient editor. Gradient editor, go down to noise for the type, and you can modify the roughness. You can change that, tweak that, all whatever you want. You can also modify all these settings if you wish as well. You can also randomize, so you can try out lots of different options. Click OK. Then select and deselect. What you can do, you can turn it if you want into a smart object. So layer menu, smart objects, convert to smart object. Layer and layer style, maybe add a bevel emboss. You can tweak that as well as add a shadow if you want. Click OK. Then just go to filter and down to liquify. Forward warp tool, and I'm just going to drag out and distort this design. You can distort it in all kinds of different ways. If you're unhappy with the design, you can always undo, just to try and avoid going over the edge. I'm just dragging this around until I'm happy with the design. Once you've done that, what you can also do, you can go to size and reduce it down a bit. You can just add some additional distortions there around the edge, so it's not just a perfect nice crescent. Once you're happy with the design, click OK. I'm now going to add that into my patterns. I'm just going to quickly go to here and define pattern. However, if I do that now, I will end up with this white background. I don't want that. So I'm just going to remove it. So just go over here to background in the layers panel and just delete it. Yes, remove it. So I've got this nice transparency around here. What I can then do is go to edit and define pattern, give it a name. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring background back again. I don't want to remove the background, I just removed it just for the purposes of definition of the pattern. So I've got that, and I'm just going to remove the design now. Now I'm going to fill it. So edit menu and go to fill. I'm going to use that pattern. Instead of white, I'm just going to go for pattern, and then I can select that design. Select the script, random fill, click OK. And you can see the design there. Now the result never matches that. If it does, I'll be very surprised because it just leaves a lot of gaps. So I'm just increasing the density, and you can change the factor, scale. Now I'm just going to keep this image, no changes to the color, etc. Click OK, edit and fill, and apply it a couple of times. But edit and fill, and again, make certain it's selecting that one because it's just put it back to that. And then apply that again, click OK. And you can do it, of course, 3 or 4 times, and then, of course, it fills all of these gaps. Is filter and go to Stylize and oil paint. If you haven't got oil paint, there may be obviously an issue with the GPU, because sometimes if you haven't got the GPU set on, oil paint will not be available. My apologies for that. So set that on and then go for stylization fairly high. I'm going for about 9, 8.3. Very rarely ever set the lighting on. Can do if you want. Click OK. Gives a nice smooth, smeary design there. Apply it 3 or 4 times. And so I'd love to see the fill option have a repeat. Sadly, it doesn't. You can go through there and there's your design. A nice, smeary, wonderful, weird, warped design. Very quickly, easy. Using pattern designs, obviously using a noise gradient. Hope you found this of interest. Thank you much.